is October 21st, Thursday, October 21st, 2021. In the Bronx. It's 12:30 in the morning, in the afternoon, whatever. I'm like, really pissed off because the president of the Dominican, which to me is not a republic, it's more like a brothel. He's forming this coalition of countries, Latin American countries, that are going to be rescuing Haiti. They're going to be rescuing Haiti. I'm like, these racist white Arab is actually, I mean, we already know that he was here in New York for a whole week. Meanwhile, our President AMLO, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, in almost 3 years, he only came to the United States for like 5 hours to sign the treaty, the new NAFTA. They was forced to sign the new NAFTA. So, and that's it. He's scheduled to come back at the beginning of November to the United Nations. But that's only because we are taking the presidency of the Security Council. We're taking that, it's not a permanent position, obviously, because that's only for, you have to be very, very subservient for that, So he already said he's going to be talking about the greatest evil of humanity, which is corruption, So this so-called president, which is nothing but a puppet, he was here for a whole week, in the tri-state area. Just, making sure, he's already campaigning for the next elections, which is illegal, but, he's the president. If it hadn't been because of the New York Post, who leaked the news that he threw a lavish party for Bill Clinton, the Bill Clinton Foundation, in Soho, in a hotel in Soho, he spent more than $100,000 from a tiny little, colony, which is not a country, it's a tiny little colony, the size of a peanut, which is half an island. So he used taxpayer dollars to throw this lavish party. They even have to build a kitchen in the rooftop of this hotel, because, that was, money talks. It was that was the week of the assembly at the UN. So everything is booked. Just so you can imagine, they was having downstairs, a party for diamonds, like a diamond brand or something. Blood diamonds from Africa. That's, but they say, okay, the rooftop immediately, And now he said he got a coalition of Panama and Costa Rica and somebody else. But they're so worried about IT. They're so worried about Haiti. Well, they call it Haiti because they hate it. Okay. And I got two B's. To be's or not to be's. And I get distracted. So this is really, really scary. You know, like the Lima group. We already seen the Lima group, right? And not only that, they're attacking Nicaragua. You know, President Daniel Ortega. Now they're claiming that, oh, he got political prisoners. You know, and they're not going to recognize the elections for next week. I mean, 2 weeks. No, it's not next week. November is not until, yeah. And we are all complacent because of our silence make us accomplices to this fuckery, you know. And they are so concerned because, you know, they love, you know, white Jesus. They love white Jesus with blue eyes. But not in Haiti. Haiti, no, don't do that. That's how they got their independence in 1804, because of their ancestors. So, a religion that don't include your ancestors, you know, it's BS right off the bat. So that's why the satanization. You know, I listen to this Dominican radio, and you know, they say, oh, they're devil worshippers. They're like, oh my God, how dare they kidnap the missionaries? You know, well, I say, you know, they was lucky, right? You know, it's like the same thing, you know, like they talk so much shit against their own neighbors. You know, it's like they're on the same boat, on the same island. If whatever happened to Haiti, it's like they're Siamese twins. Siamese twins, imagine. You're Siamese twin and you want evil for your Siamese brother or sister. That's stupid. That's stupid, you know, like they say, like, there's a famous movie, you know, they have a scene with the Indians, you know, what they call it, you know, or ancestors, you know, that they hated this guy because, you know, honestly, he was a coon. He was like, you know, okay, well, now the software is going to target me against the rhythm of the because I say that word, you know. So he was always, you know, with, you know, practice whack. So they say, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Like one of them suggested, you know, like, well, you know, when the owl sing, he was saying that when, you know, he was actually doing a spell, you know, and he said like, oh, when the owl sing, the el indio gonna die. And then somebody said like, shit, we're all Indian. we're all Indios. No, we don't want him to sing. We don't want it. That's not a good tactic. That's not a good scratch. Yeah, that's stupid. That's stupid, you know. Like we say, if you spit to the sky, it's gonna fall in your face. And they all like, you know, they're like so worried, you know, that, oh my God, they're so easy target of the media. You know, basically in Dominican, whatever, you know, like you can say anything against, you know, Haitians, and they will like, oh, you know, yeah, it is like true. It's so true. I mean, as long as as long as it's nothing positive, they'll buy it. They'll buy it, and so, you know, when Abinader, which that's his last name, he's an Arab, he's a white Arab. That's why they love him. They adore him. They was dreaming so long to have a white president. So the dream has come true, you know. So he came to the assembly, like I say, you know, and that's all he talked about. He's talking shit against Haiti and like, oh my God, it's like we're suffering so much because these devils, you know, they're like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting, you know, how like, I don't even know, like, I mean, it's like we're all paralyzed. You know, they say, you either fight or flight or play dead. So we're playing dead, right? Don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. You know, like, but that's not only an injustice. You know, that is. I don't think there's a name for that because Haiti is a mother of freedom. You know, like, they taught us the way, to self-determination. They taught us what dignity looked like. They really taught us, and not only taught us, they finance us, and like, what do they call it? South America. They call it South America. It used to be called Avi Ayala before the crack came over, the crack epidemic, pandemic. Actually, now it's pandemic because everybody's, Eurocentric and like, oh no, like you cannot tell him nothing. A friend of mine came to visit from Florida, visit quote unquote. He was running away from another abusive relationship from these, land hippos. Another protected class that you better don't say nothing. The goddess queen. How can you be a goddess and a queen and a victim at the same time? But they sell us all kinds of bullshit. Like it's like either you are a goddess, or you're a queen, or you're a victim. But you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. Not but people they eat it up. Oh yeah, the queen, she's a queen. Oh, okay, so she's a queen. So shouldn't she behave like a queen? Shouldn't she behave like a whore? I'm just asking for a friend, like they say. I'm asking for a friend. Good, I can mistake all this stuff. It's harm reduction. This is for the birds, the poor birds. They're eating starch. But we don't even got money to buy food for the birds, We're so poor. We don't even got for a water fountain. The poor birds are like thirsty all day. You see the dogs eating from the sewage. It's apocalyptic, I mean, to say we lost our ways, it's an understatement. Whatever you say that. So, I don't even know what this coalition, how far they're gonna take it. But, they already got the core group. Which is a coalition of all these white countries. Even from whatever they call the Scandinavia, stuff like they are all there. It's a coalition of what's it called, prime ministers or something. Look it up, core group. This core group, Haiti, and now another group just to. Obviously, it's a scam. Obviously, it's a money grabbing scam or whatever they say. And what happened with the organization that we supposedly got, which is la CELAC, which is the whatever coalition of Latin American states, which, we are supposed to, be all about, that's what I mean. It's double C. The C means Caribe. It means Caribbean. Latin American and Caribbean states. CELAC. Look it up. La CELAC. Quiet, quiet, quiet. I said, when you denouncing the core group, when are you going to denounce nothing? They don't denounce nothing because they're black. Not even the ones in Brazil. There are millions and millions. So the ones because they got melanin, because they got melanin. The ones that we don't got melanin, because we don't got melanin, we don't speak out. I mean, the language barrier to make it even worse. I mean, we don't speak Creole. I guess they're just afraid. They don't want to rock the boat. You know, they're just survivors over there in DR. You know, that BS. You know, it's not a republic. It's a brothel. It's a brothel. Let's call things what it is. You know, I think if Malcolm X was alive, he would say that shit. Is like, it's unbelievable. Everybody ganging up against Haiti. Of course, they got more oil than Venezuela. They got more oil than Venezuela. Can you imagine? Oh, now I'm getting in the algorithm. Now I'm for real. I'm in the whatever. It's time for me to open a new one. It's like, you know, I don't care, you know, about like, you know, put it out there, because it's not about, you know, the internet. You know, there's another internet in the whole universe. When we put it out there, we start aligning. This is what I'm putting out in the universe, which is a detoxification of the mind. Detoxify the mind. Everything is between the ears. Our problem is between our ears. We're looking to blame everything, this, and that. If you don't have self-esteem, you see people putting shit inside their body, and I say, did you look at the box? Was the box closed? Before they put it on, they open in front of your eyes. Do you see that they put that shit on? Do you see? No, they don't see nothing. Even a freaking, let's say penis, ¿verdad? They don't even see what they put up there behind. It's because you got no self-esteem. You got no self-esteem, and like, you know, I mean, we just eat it up. We just eat it up. Even my coffee that I love so much, I don't know. I don't even know if it's coffee or not. I don't see it. How is it that they fuck it up so hard that you know, that we allow some people to handle our food? You know, I remember when the restaurants became a trend, you know, a lot of people got reluctant, like today with the Jabba do, you know, Jabba don't. I mean, everybody, you know, and now you don't even care, you know. I mean, like the delis, like the bodega, you know, the corner store. They've had always articles, you know, in the newspaper that they do the inspections on sanitary, blah blah blah. And people, they eat sometimes 3 times a day over there, spending the money that they don't even got. I see people, instead of going to like, you know, like a wholesale supermarket, they buy everything over there. So the food stamps, they don't even last, you know, like 3 days. You know, they buy bottled water, they buy like whatever. Instead of buying a gallon, they buy the little bag, the little bottle. They're like whatever. Like, well, also because they don't have a husband in the house, right? So if you don't have a husband in the house, then that's you become you know, a joke. You become a joke. Like I say, you know, a single mother. I mean, we saw the movie Precious. Like I say, I keep saying that every day. That movie, at first, it shocked me, but now I say it did not even didn't even scratch the surface. You see the character, Monique. She thought that the guy was in love with her, that the guy wanted her, but he wanted the baby. But our ego is like out of control. Let me do this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get another blocked video because they block, like they say I'm showing too much. All right, Megan Stallion and what the other ratchet bitch, Cardi B. I don't know. Well, that's what the B stand for, ain't it? I mean, like, so. Oh, they're okay. They are role models for the babies, for the children, according to Maxine Waters and Harper's Bazaar, right? The whole hour and a half tribute, saying like, "Oh my God, you are, a real woman. You are a real woman. You are like really what the generations need." I mean, like, that video is still there. That video is still there. Nobody reported it because they're all on code. They're all on code. That's why, I'm going to work. Yeah, but when you go to work, it's not how you make your money. And I remember, some of the, I don't remember exactly, but I remember hearing a lot of people, they say, this world is so sick. This world is like, people went crazy. And I didn't know exactly what they meant. It's about these bitches that, it's just like, oh, I gotta go to the party. I gotta go to the party. And who's watching the baby in the crib? Who's watching the baby in the crib? They fuck you up for the rest of your life. If I hadn't been in therapy for 15 years, I wouldn't be here talking to you. It's so easy to destroy, and it's so hard to build. You abandon your babies, and anything can happen. And sure enough, it happened. Time and time again. Time and time again. We see like, oh, I was like, such and such to, I mean, like R. Kelly. They're like, oh my God, R. Kelly, or like whatever. Who made R. Kelly? He's women. He's a product, a direct product. He's a textbook. Like I say, our people are people. I'm talking about RAPE. Because they're unattended, they're just unresolved shit. It's like, they don't even know how to deal with the whole, because they don't even know what happened. I keep it on that. I didn't even know what happened. I knew something happened. I knew, like, you cannot, something is horribly wrong, but those are the videos that they censor. Those are the ones that they put the algorithm for, Those are the ones. How they sleep at night, I don't know. Do they sleep at night? They're so crazy. People who sleep deprived. There's a gentleman over there, he walked out. I don't like what I hear. You don't like what you hear, like, It's not about what you hear. It's about what. It's not. They hate the words. It's not the words. It's the actions. Those horrible, horrible actions. That against the most vulnerable, the babies. negligence, abandonment. Like, oh no, I'm busy. I'm a bad bitch. Bad bitch. That's what they say all the time. As long as you look good, quote unquote good. I don't care how many weeds you buy, like whatever, And you can see, they're turning uglier and uglier and uglier because it's a cause and effect. It's cause and effect. This is what the third dimension it is about. Causality. The whole thing. See, like, wow. They don't even know how to walk. They don't even know how to. I'm transsexual. Like, shit, how can I look better than them? How can I look better than them? Explain that one to me. It's ridiculous. So walking with freaking mustache, whatever, They got freaking electrolysis. When there's a will, there's a way. Say I went to see the doctor. I didn't think I was gonna get that emotional yesterday. The reason I got emotional because I saw this magazine. With this, I don't know. It was transgender. Because that's the whole point. When they want to make you transgender, so you don't become transsexual. They look so bad. It was from South America, and they don't have access to what I got access to. They look like a fucking break, For no freaking reason. It's not expensive. You can do it at 25 years old. You don't have to start early, but hey, well, supposedly, if we are old enough to go to the military, how come we are not old enough to say, shit, I want to get castrated? You look dumb though. Wow. With you. No maggots. I got a million trillion things I'd rather do. You saw the cover of his new album, Expensive Pain? And he's misogynoir. No, I don't. But, the babies. You tie the tubes. But they're going to start. How they going to get, Section 8? They're going to get all the perks. How they going to get, It's like, oh shit, I'm broke. Oh, let me get pregnant. Imagine if I was able to have children. Here come the helicopter. It's like, see, military helicopter all day, all night, all day, all night, all day, all night. What they're trying to tell you? That we need to be policed in this manner. Why we need to be policed like this? At 5 a.m, they start, the Dykeman projects. I cannot say projects no more. You got to say houses. Because then you are poor shaming. You're supposed to tell them, oh, you're doing great. Keep it up. You and your children, they're going to die in the projects. No. Like I say, they used to call me a whale and everything. I was fat as hell. It made me thick skin. My mom say, when I told her, they call me a whale. It's like, look at you. Say, look at you. Oh, look at me, like I say. Yeah, and I learned never go back to her. So that's it. You gotta be realistic. If you ain't got nobody, you ain't got nobody. Don't be like pretending. Oh my God, everybody. Oh, I got so many friends. Oh, bitch, where? They let you out of your house like that, and you got friends. You are with a mustache and with a wig, all like, and they let you out like that, your friends, your family, because they're scared of you. They're scared of you. Yeah, it started like at 5:30. I don't even know. Like, was it yesterday? Damn, it was like, I tweeted about it. Said like, enough is enough. It's like, and really low. Why? Because they can see through the walls. They can see through the walls. You think this is not enough? I was just showing you how the sky fucked up it is. But they say that's not enough. They gotta fumigate us more like they're freaking roaches. I mean, some of them are. We all know that, right, Kodak? They don't want them. They don't want them. They don't want them. Unfortunately, they associate melanin to a lot of really bad stuff because that's how they grew up. That's how they grew up. Maybe that's why my mom is extremely pale. My mom is like this color. My father is black and my mom is this color. Maybe that's why I don't fuck with nobody like this color, right? I don't fuck with nobody. So that's what they do. I used to have a neighbor. It's like he's a mulatto. You cannot even tell, you know. And I tell him, why don't you date, you know? It's like hell no. I was like, I didn't understand at that time. I thought it was like, oh, that's fucked up. The snow bunny crisis. It's like, Dr. Umar Johnson talk about, Ifatunde, the great Dr. Ifatunde, talk about the snow bunny crisis, but don't say who made it up. Who made it? Who manufactured that shit? Can you imagine? I mean, like, you don't get any more effed up than that. You don't get any more effed up than that. If you don't want your children to look like your own mother, what'd that tell you? Suicide. What'd that tell you? I mean, like, oh no, let's not go to the root of the problem. Let's not go to the root. Let's trim some of the, let's just take a little bit, let's take this. Let's take a little bit of this, this is the problem. Just a little bit. Rectangular. Wow, they really, these ivies, it's not even connected anymore. Yeah, they cut it off. Okay, let's just take this. Let's not go to the root. Let's just, that's what we do. That's what we do. Let's just take, just, revolutionary. Revolutionary, like, do you even know what revolutionary means? It's some weird ass day today. I haven't talked like this in a long time. So, it's not that I want to smoke bud. I have to smoke bud. I can tone down. Not today, I didn't. And they call it borderline personality disorder. They say, oh, you got borderline personality disorder. They got a name for everything. If they don't like you, you speak too much truth. Borderline personality. I don't know. Like, this is why, I don't know. I feel like never mind.